And a very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everyone's doing very well here on this. It's the eclipse day, isn't it, today, actually, for those of you in North America? So I really hope that you get clear skies for that. How is everyone doing? Welcome into Gordon Hall, to the lovely Gemma Barnes, to Dante Malik, to Mario Kilimanjaro, to Tom Fanto, to Necromancy for Kids, to A Gamer's Tale, and to Tez. Welcome along. I hope everyone is doing very well here on this Monday. Now, we're going to be running the Dudunsparce. We're going to be starting off with a Dudunsparce, of course. And this is our Dudunsparce. It's called Meowxie because it's one of our lovely moderators' birthdays today. So happy birthday to eStarstruck. If you are awake in the chat, I know it's very, very early for you still. But we have decided to name it in their honour. We have the Dudunsparce. We're going to be evolving hopefully around about level 34 when we get Hyperdrill. And we did do Dudunsparce a very long time ago here on the channel. It didn't do too well at Red. And I'm hoping that the buff we'll get from Dudunsparce will be what takes us through and gives us a better time. We'll have to see how that gets on, though. We've got a long time to go. So we'll get the timer going. And we'll see how we get on. So we're going to be a Dudunsparce probably... Oh, goodness. How far into the game do we think? Probably around about Chuck is where we'll evolve. Now, our two moves at the moment are Rage and Defense Curl. And we found a wild Pokemon with a berry. For the Learn set, by the way, I have had to kind of chop and change it a little bit. We didn't have any room at all. Happy birthday. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I know it's probably very, very, very early on in your day. And even though I'm a little bit under the weather, the show must go on, as it were. I don't know if it's the virus coming back or the allergies, but it's not fun. I think it's like a 25% chance of the berry happening, so it's not the rarest thing in the world, but it's still not the most common thing we've ever seen. Now, Rage is a fantastic move to be starting off with, because the more we get hit, the more damage we do. And with our 100 in HP, we already have a lot of HP to absorb those hits. Let's grab the items that we need on the way up. And I reckon, you know, we should be absolutely fine for the rival not doing much grinding at all. Oh, you do have an Ultra Ball. Congratulations, Snowy. Now, over the weekend, I was left unattended with the disassembly of Pokémon Crystal, and I've been fiddling with it again. Because I'm kind of sick of the Universal Pokemon Randomizer if I want to play a randomizer. So, instead, I'm just building a randomizer into the game. We may have to be doing the rollout at some point. We shall have to see. Good afternoon, Serdic. How are you today? There we go, the Rage built. And we knock out growing to level 7. Still got that berry. We'll take the risk through those little pieces of grass. And let's name the rival. Triple question mark. Good morning, Royal K-Man. How are you today? Oh no, working during the eclipse is rubbish. Give you the time off. A nice one shot on the rat there. Now, I may have to pause the timer for a couple of moments at some point during this run. The cat hasn't quite settled yet. And so he may make a little cameo and meow at me and want to be let out. I shall try my best, Kurt. How are you today? Thank you for popping in. Let's beat up a rat, shall we? We are going to be evolving with Hyperdrill on the Learn Set Tech Hunter. Never apologise for being late. The stream's just early compared to what you're doing. Exactly. If you are watching the eclipse, make sure to be safe. Glasses at the ready. Because you don't want to burn your face off. Almost level 9, getting into a Violet City. I'm going to be risky here, because we have a lot of HP. Is Hyper Drill a ground move? I could have sworn it was normal. Let me pause the timer and find out. Hyper Drill's a normal type move. Are you thinking of Drill Run, Sora Donald Goofy? We are through Birdkeeper A, but I'm going to do a quick safety heal. The names are very similar, aren't they? Get that rage building, and hopefully a 2-shot on the second pitch. Falconer special of Potion and Berry. Let's see how we get on against Falconer. It's good that we're not doing that much damage. That means we build up the rage against the Pidgey, grow to level 10, Pidgeotto comes out, and we'll 2-shot this. Charizard or Blastoise? This is Dudunsparce. We've acquired Mudslap. We'll be using that against the Rival 2's Ghastly later on. In the meantime, we're going to heal. We're going to chat with Elm's Aid. And we will say goodbye to Togepi forever. No, this is Patrick indeed. Paralyzed Cure Berry acquired. Probably will need that later on. Good morning, Seth. How are you? Dudunsparce is doing very well, apart from all these random encounters we keep getting. In general, between the two, I'm probably a Blastoise person myself. Not a big fan of the Charizard. That 4 times weakness to Rock really lets it down. But yes, Magikarp is absolutely the best Pokemon to use on speedruns. No doubt about that. Anyone who says otherwise is just lying to you. Grab that Super Potion. Sand Attack, our only weakness. We'll skip that Nido Trainer, and instead we'll take on Youngster Gordon. Please do cover your eyes, Gordon. We're going to beat up your Wooper. Have a safe drive, YY90716. I hope you have a wonderful time with the eclipse, and I hope it stays very clear in the sky for you. I remember when I first found out Max's birthday, I kind of had this vague inkling that I'd read something about an eclipse being on there, and I just realised that was nearly 18 months ago when we first started talking. Do I like Wario? Wah! It really was nearly 18 months ago. I know, it feels so much longer. I didn't pick up the rappel. That was silly of me. Never mind. We'll go in this cave naked. It's fine. Could do with the extra stat experience from the wilds, to be fair. I really hope we steamroll our way through this run. We will pick up the rollout TM. Our friendship is almost a toddler. No, we don't want to battle you. Why am I trying to rage against the Geodude? That's not a thing that we should be doing. Instead, we'll Gret the Gate Ball, get the Great Ball, and we'll take on Bill. So we have the same evolution method as Dudunsparce does in Generation 9. If we have Hyper Drill on the learn sets, we shall evolve. Don't ask me how it was coded, because I've forgotten at this point. I did that a very long time ago. I've actually been sitting on this run for, about 6-7 months. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit the 3-segment Dudunsparce in. I tried. So instead, we are going for a regular Dudunsparce. And apologies about the mute there. Ended up having a little coughing fit. Still very under the weather today. It's this bloody pollen season. And my antihistamines aren't doing anything today. But it will be absolutely fine. Grunts is defeated, one more to go. Allergy season's always awful. Welcoming Cody Garner and D1. I'm glad that Dudunsparce is your favourite Gen 9 Pokemon, Cody. It's a very, very cool Pokemon. We've just got to get through the parts as a Dunsparce to get the Dudunsparce. How many more levels is it? Is that 18 more levels? I can do maths on the fly. Honestly, Mario, you look at my knowledge past Gen 2, and it's not great. Scratch was the best move they could have used there, but we are going to have to PP heal anyway. That's the trouble with being a Dudunsparce, or a Dunsparce I should say at this moment. We only have 20 attacking PP at a time. So what we'll do is we will give a berry. We're also going to teach Mud Slap now, while we're in the bag. And we'll take on Bugsy at the 12.5 minute mark. Ideally, what we're looking for here is to get hit as many times as possible by the Kakuna and by the Metapod. Because that will boost our Rage counter. And make for a very easy battle, just like that. Spite, no thank you. And that's Bugsy in 1250. Skeledurge, that is the Fuecoco final Evo, isn't it? Not a bad Pokemon, not one of my favourites, but definitely not a bad one. The Gen 9 starters were very, very strong. Alright, so let's beat up the rival. Ghastly comes out to play, we will Mud Slap that away. And yet Hypnosis still hits. And we have to take a reset because of PP. I'd love Delibird to get an evolution. I mean, at least we didn't faint and it was a PP reset. You're so mature, a gamer's tale. Right, repel time. Didn't have enough money to buy all the repels. Sandturd's a brilliant name, but it does kind of... Oh, we've not got the HM friends. Let's pause the time and catch the HM friends, goodness. Here's Psyduck. Let's get Paris as well. I knew there was something that I didn't do. My head is still in Nuzlocke mode from Friday, clearly. Where we get the HM items. I know, how dare I? I should just leave. And there's Paris, thank goodness they were quick. Paris getting the ball so we don't have to think about this absolute mess up. You say the HM family, but Paris was behaving like HM estranged family. Paris was very salty that I forgot. Let's get ourselves a lovely little headbutt TM here. My favourite Pokemon, a Alolan Raticate. Time is not still paused at all. Don't know what you're talking about. It's definitely going. I'm not well, folks. That timer's just making up now for the nonsense that we had with Spite. Or at least that's my excuse. Gonna headbutt this Diglett and Mankey for my absolute failure as a challenge runner. And while we're at it, we'll take it out on the Hoppip line as well. We know my feelings about the Hoppip line. I did see a question, what Pokemon am I looking forward to running eventually? That is probably going to be Stuffle and Beware at the moment. They're the ones I'm really looking forward to. And also the Luxray line should be a lot of fun as well. We'll take on Specsavers so that we don't get caught by him later. That was a range on the Psyduck there, but unfortunately we didn't quite get the one shot. And I will re-pause the timer to grab ourselves an Abra. Yes, Hidden Power Ground today. We need it for the Ghost-type gym. Anytime you're ready, Abra. This is a live video, it's not a prereq, I can't edit this bit out. It'll eventually get in the ball. There we go. Unpausing the timer, let's go and grab the bike. I believe it was on the Jinx run that I edited out about 2 minutes of me throwing a ball at Paris. Because it just was not playing ball. And with Kenya in the party, the HM friends are complete. Welcome in, Joking Alpaca. I hope you have a lovely afternoon off. And that's Picnicker Kim done. Let's move on to Youngster Camper Ivan. I beg your pardon, Ivan. I have no idea why I called you a youngster. Now we're absolutely going to need the Quick Claw, so we'll glue that onto our Dudunsparce next time we get an opportunity to use the bag. Why not catch the Abra instead of going to the game corner? I will reverse that question to you. If we don't need to go in the game corner, there's no point in going in the game corner. It's available in the wild, and we have precedents for pausing the timer to catch HM friends. Therefore, it makes sense to pause the timer to catch the Abra, as opposed to wasting time going in the underground. It also makes the flow of pre-recorded videos a lot better. Right, now that we're in the bag, we will use Dig on Paris. Also Sweet Scent on Paris. Don't need to use a Repel, don't know why I did that. Quick Claw, that's what we're doing on to Meowxie. We're going to swap Kenya and Paris, Abra and Psyduck around. We'll take the male off Kenya, and then we'll teleport back. There are a couple of strats now we can use for the Whitney fight. One risky, one not so risky. I think I'm going to try the risky strat once. That's where we're hoping for double slap off the Clefairy, because if we get double slapped while we're using Rage, then that Clefairy is going to build our Rage counter up more than once in one turn. We'll have to see how we get on. Let's Rage. Surf. That would have been fantastic for a Smeargle run, because then we could have sketched Surf and skips the Kimono Girls. That's kind of the ideal situation for a Smeargle run. You get Surf there, you don't ever have to go into the Kimono Girls. Clefairy's gone boom a couple of times here on the channel. It's been very annoying like that. Welcome in, Luke. How was your stream today? I know it was a very early one for me, so I wasn't awake. In fact, I clicked on your stream and heard "and goodbye," and the stream ended. Oh, goodness. It's always bad when someone sees you watching a YouTube stream, isn't it, when you're working? I find it funny when I suffer in the runs. Shuckle was one of my all-time favourite runs to play because it was so bad. Honestly, I think a Memento is probably one of the worst moves we could go up against. Let's beat up the Peskeon as opposed to passing shots or explosion. I think Memento, because then it just completely kills your attack, doesn't it? A very, very nice Umbreon fight there. Sometimes the body will say no, especially after the weekend you had. Goodness. Absolutely the right choice booking today off, though. Nice Quick Claw proc there. Let's get ourselves Surf. And we'll head towards Olivine City now. We're doing this because I think we're going to run out of repels if we do Lake of Rage first. So if we go west first, we can go east second. I'm glad that I inspired you to start playing Pokemon again as a hobby. It's absolutely a lot of fun. And the best thing about Pokemon is it's completely up to you how you play it, so it's infinitely replayable. We'll grab the Mintberry. We'll also grab the Nugget down here. I'm so glad that you typed parting pass as your typo there and not parting something else. Yes, the friends we make along the way, especially when we create content. I've met some absolutely glorious people through creating content here on YouTube, and I absolutely would not change it for the world. Pursuit? Nah. Don't vice grip me. And we're already at Olivine. Of course, we haven't done Lake of Rage yet. But now we can buy some super repels. Let's get 17 of them. Should be more than enough. Now, Rage has come to the end of its useful life, so we're going to seek Strength in its place. Rage is only really useful up to Gym 3, and that gives us an extra 15 PP to work with. Which should hopefully be enough for here. Yeah, we're saving the Sprout Tower for much later on, where we can just one-shot everything in there. So, some point after we get Fly, probably after the League, we'll go and do Sprout Tower. I rewind time by pressing the rewind button on my controller. It's an option on this perfectly legitimate Game Boy Color that I'm playing on. It has a little bit of a RAM buffer, so you can rewind, because you've all seen my movement. It's not good. I don't understand the E word you're saying there, Deadpool. Emulator? Emulator. What's an emulator? I'm not familiar. Is this some kind of Gen Z slang that I'm unaware of? But yes, I'm sure it is standard on emulators as well. Yes, in the microwave. What am I doing here? I'm supposed to be digging out, aren't I? Emu plus alligator is emulator. What do you get if you cross an elephant and a rhino? If I know. Feel free to boo, that one was terrible. My favourite of those what do you call jokes is what do you call a woman who puts her bills on the fire? Bernadette. That one gets me every single time. It shouldn't. It's terrible, but it does. Happy Dudunsparce Day to you too, Kim. How are you today? I hope your day's going very, very well. How does a tough plant say goodbye? I don't know. How does a tough plant say goodbye? What does a cat say when it wants to cheer? Whoop. That is brilliant, Gordon. In answer to yours, I'm going to guess it's some kind of meowdy. He's starstruck. God, my movement. Oh, still... No. Just no. I'm not even... It's one of those days. Get your terrible jokes out in the chat. If I'm suffering with this illness, you've all got to suffer as well with bad jokes. Hidden power required. It's hidden power ground. That's going to beat up a load of steel and ghost types. Let's get it on the learn set in place of the terrible mud slap. And we shall TP away from there. We'll do a safety heal. And we'll go and try and beat up Rival 3. Nice! It's Aria safe once more. Where are those repels? Are we out of regular repels? Are we on to super repels? We are on to super repels. What do cats wear to bed? Pajamas. Welcome in, Dragon Princess. How are you feeling today? I hope you're having a great start to your day. Now, it's probably going to swear at us. No, we Quick Claw instead. Headbutt the Zubat away. We'll headbutt the Croc, try to get the flinch, but it doesn't work out. Screech. You know what? Why not? Your day just started, rather. Well, I hope it turns into a wonderful day for you. Let's dig our way out of there. We'll do a heal after we've run out of PP. Let's go straight into the gym. Considering we could be getting Morty's badge around about the half-hour mark, and we've already done Lake of Rage and Lighthouse, this is a really good time so far. Welcome in, Kambe. It is a perfect time to join stream. If your J hasn't started, you might need to change its batteries, because it should auto start at sunrise. It is absolutely the power of starting with Rage. You're not wrong there, Dante. Right, we are going to very, very quickly take on this Hop Hip and Skip Loom lady. Because at the moment, our HP is a multiple of 4, and that's really bad for Morty. It's still a multiple of 4. Oh, no. Backup of the backup strat here. Grab this HP up. And the reason we don't want to be a multiple of 4 is because of Curse. Curse takes off a quarter of your HP at any one time. So if we have a multiple of 4, that is just 3 turns we can survive. However, if we don't have a multiple of 4, we get the extra turn. As it turns out, we didn't need to fret about that anyway. But it's always better to be safe than sorry with that kind of thing. Because I wasn't sure if we were going to outspeed the Haunter there. And if we didn't outspeed the Haunter, we'd have got cursed. We could have got into a whole mess of crap at the Gengar with Hypnosis. And it would have been a bad time. Enjoy your cider and bounty cake. You know what, we can just smash this rock to get through. Let's teach Surf and Strength to Psyduck, shall we? And we mustn't forget to repel. No Swimmer Kaylee for us today. That means we can go straight into the Pokemon Center here. And we've only got a couple more levels before evolving. I've never watched any of the Pokemon movies, I've got to be honest with you all. I'm not really a big film watcher. Absolutely stick to the tea while you're on the work. And then as soon as work's done, that's when the wine comes out. I don't drink though, so I don't know if that's actually a thing. Never really had the attention span for films. I know exactly what you mean there, Moldy. Level 34, Hyper Drill. Goodbye, Headbutt. And here comes the evolution. It's big. I hope you have a hat saying time for chili, Kambe. And now we can take on look at how massive that is. We can take on Shark. Yes, only 5 PP on Hyperdrill. Enjoy your lunch, Kambe. Yes, Boom Burst at 62. That move is going to take names. Welcome in, Adrian. How are you today? Yes, very low PP on the Hyper Drill. However, it can hit through Protect. Exactly as Luke has just said in the chat. Great minds and all that. Oh god, I've done it again. Let's stop doing the hokey cokey there and let's just fly to Mahogany. We're going to take the slightly less efficient routing here, just for safety, because I do not trust ourselves against Jazz at the moment. So we're going to do Rockets and Price first. That's exactly what it is as well to me, Sora. It's just screaming. Now we can learn all 3 of the tutor moves later, which could be interesting. It might help out at red if we get a Thunderbolt or something. So we are going to do the Scamulet coin in this run. The Long Boy is doing very well. Just the 1 reset, and that was because of spite and sleep nonsense. But other than that, it's been a very, very smooth run. Let's see if the game gas lamps me today. We're going to take on this trainer here. She doesn't have a name, she's just Grunt. Exactly, Ice Beam would have been fantastic pre-Lance, but unfortunately, we can't get it. Don't even get Icy Wind. So Lance could be a little bit problematic. We absolutely have both passwords there. I am 99.99999% sure of that. Get ambushed by the rival. Yes, we didn't get gas lamps by the game today. Three strength is all we need there. Move Rock Smash down to there. There we go. What am I doing? There we go. Now I can leave. PP heal just in case. And then this should take us all the way through to price as well. The amount of times I forget those passwords is unbelievable. You'd think after the 100 or so runs that I've done, I'd remember them. Three strengths is all it takes to defeat the rocket. Cursed Boom Bush, you can see it now. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Sora Donald Goofy. I can absolutely see it as well. I'm hoping not to have to swear. And honestly, I'm probably not even going to learn Hurricane. It's too low accuracy. 70% accuracy is not good enough. Because we'd be relying on Rain Dance to boost its accuracy, and that's just not a thing that I want to do. Dig our way out of there. And straight into the gym. I wish the automatic password feature was a thing in this gen. It is in Gen 4. I believe you don't actually have to talk to the grunts afterwards. Alright, it's not going to be a one-shot, even with Hyper Drill, so we'll do one of those and one of those to stop him healing. And we get that badge in 38:25. Let's now go to a Violet City. Grab the rare candy. Goodness me. Grab the PP up. Fly back to Violet. We'll do Sprout Tower now. Thank you for the bless you. Take down, no thank you. Sage Jin is defeated there. Just one more Sage to go after this. We're sneezing in sync, goodness me. You know, this keeps running. I hope it's not sprouted legs. That wouldn't be fun. Double Sprout, Bell Sprout, and then we'll go unnecessarily over the top with Hyper Drill on the Hoot Hoot. Get ourselves Flash. And while we're menuing, we will teach Flash to Paris in place of Rock Smash. Then we need to shimmy some moves around again. So Flash, Dig, Cut, and Sweet Scent. We'll dig our way out of there. And our next destination is going to be Azalea Town. We do actually have a lot of coverage as a Dudunsparce. More than we normally have for a normal type. Thank you so much for the £5 super chat, Kumbe. As Baldric's poem, The German Guns put it, boom, 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 boom. Goodness. Rock Smash is a TM in this generation, TM08. I wish pollen nothing but the worst when it comes into my face. Yes, the Lantern is in the Nuzlocke series, unfortunately. Let's sell some crap that we don't need. Don't need the charcoal. Don't need... What else do we need? 3 nuggets. 5 balls. Like, threw too many there, innit? Don't have hands, can't learn Icy Wind. Shadow Ball will get rid of Detect. We can buy Protect later. Don't want to make anyone fall in love with this. And no Cutting Furiously either. Right, Protein. Let's get some inside of our Dudunsparce. We're going to spend all our money on Protein and get 6. We'll PP up the Hyper Drill just for now. And while we're here, probably not going to use it, but we'll get ourselves a return. Welcome in, Squall Lionheart. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. I have decided I do actually want to get the soft sand on this run, just in case of ranges. Yes, in Generation 2 it was just a TM. Generation 3 is when they HM'd it. Normal type Pokemon are absolutely the best type to run in Gen 2. You often get some of the best coverage. And you also get Return with its 102 base power boosted up by Stab. Welcome in, Paul. I hope you're having a fantastic time over in Austria. They really did do the hokey cokey with the TM-HM situation with Rock Smash, didn't they? What the actual frigging hell? Maxi! 10 gifted memberships. It's your birthday. I'm supposed to be giving you presents. You've got it the wrong way round. But congratulations to everybody in chat who has received a membership courtesy of the lovely E-Starstruck. Hey, you're on a little bit of a music pilgrimage. I just want to get to the tippy top of the radio tower, then we'll pause. Let's pause the timer there. But thank you so goddamn much. 10 gifted memberships, that's ludicrous. Thank you, you're far too bloody kind. You're gonna make me cry on a Monday, and you know that's not allowed. It's against the Geneva Convention to cry on Mondays. Let's see how we get on now against Jazz. That sounds like a good thing to do. Magnemite is fine. Let's see how we get on against the Steelix. Iron Tail did next to nothing, although it did drop our defense. The Hyper Potion comes out to play. 5 HP, we nailed it. Even with your secret potioning ways, Jazz. We are through. Yes, that is absolutely correct, Kanbei, because wasn't Bites normal in Generation 1? 5 HP and a dream. Yes, exactly. Oh, hello, Kitty. Have you decided to wake up from your nap? Or have you decided the sun's too warm and you're just moving that onto the sofa now? Never try and do a strength puzzle when you're having a coughing fit. It doesn't work out well for you, as we saw there. Goodness me. Unfortunately, where I am, the eclipse is barely visible. It's going to be at about 7 o'clock this evening. And it's hardly going to be seen in the sky at all. Grab the iron. We don't need the protein this time because we are chocked full of protein already. We'll do a heal. We will also buy our max repels. We'll get 15 of those. And we are going to get rid of strength. Back to Goldenrod we go. And in place of strength, I'm going to teach return just for now. I really hope that the weather forecasts are wrong because it is looking cloudy in a lot of the US. Now, Return's power is currently 91, so it's a nice 11 increase over on strength. I doubt it will knock out everyone's power, honestly. When we had the eclipse here in 99, goodness me, 25 years ago, everything was absolutely fine here. Please do not stare directly into the eclipse. You will then potentially have sight issues for a very long time afterwards. We're showing our age there, Kanbei, aren't we? By saying we remember the eclipse in 99. There is a way with a shoebox and some other bits and pieces that you can make a little camera obscura that you can point at the sun and then see it reflected on a piece of paper. I remember people doing that in 99. I was 8 in 99. Yeah, in my mind, 99 is 10 years ago as well. But yes, 91 birth here. And YY97116. I don't know why I read your name out like that, but YY, thank you so much for joining at Pokeball tier. That is very, very kind of you. The big 3-5 in June. I've heard that the big 3-5 is actually kind of a nice age. Although I've got this thing, and it comes from my childhood, of when I was a kid, I remember asking my best friend's mum how old she was, and she said she was 36. And in my head, I just thought, goodness me, that is so old. That's like positively ancient. And ever since then, I've been dreading turning 36 precisely. 2 dono messages that got skipped. Let me pause the timer for that, because that's a bit rubbish if they've not shown up on my chat. Let's pause the timer. Let's check YouTube Studio itself, as opposed to the OBS chat. Let's see what's happening with these alerts as well. The alerts have just broken themselves, honestly. I am still looking into a replacement, but I've not found one that seems user-friendly. Now, where is my timer? I lost my timer then. Let's unpause the timer, get back on full-time speed, get out of here. And we're going to take our first break after Claire before the league, I think. That seems like a good place to do it. I'm going to take some cold and flu in that break as well. I wonder if the super chats are on some kind of delay for some reason. It's funny you should mention June 26th, Gemma, and Christmas, There we go, there's YY's notification. Our notifications are completely up the wazoo. But yesterday I was talking to someone about George Michael, and I was like, oh, I thought his birthday was on Christmas. No, exact opposite time of the year, June 25th. There we have the notifications, late as always. Thank you once again for the 10 gifted memberships. We'll see if we'll see if anything else comes. Yes, so we've been talking about the big eclipse of 1999. That was when I bent over and put half of the United Kingdom in shadow. And we're getting on very, very well with good old Dudunsparce. It was over Europe and the United Kingdom for the most part, the eclipse in 99. There we go. I think somebody has just completely broken my alerts somehow. And I have no idea how or why. But during Wednesday and Thursday, on my days off from stream here on YouTube, I'm going to give it another whack at trying to fix them. Because it's getting on my nerves, don't you know? I kind of wish I was a couple of years older for the 99 eclipse. So I don't think I quite fully appreciated how spectacular it was. And yes, thank you for the 2 donos once again that YouTube decided, no, not going to tell you about that one. Yes, of course, 99 was when the prequels started. Were they prequels for Star Wars? Yeah, the rocket section is... words I cannot say on YouTube, is my opinion of the rocket section. Yes, the Flintstones was still on Cartoon Network. Let's use some of these items that we're never going to want to have in our bag again. And make a bit of space for it. Use the iron. Shove those up to tippy top. We'll get rid of the Scamtidote as well. And we are going to get the Scamulet coin. I bloody love the Jetsons as well. Do you remember the film, The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones? Because that wasn't great, I've got to be honest. Level 46 acquired. No thank you to Double Edge. I liked Scooby-Doo as well. I bloody love Tom and Jerry. One of the absolute best kids shows. In fact, I still watch a few episodes every now and then to cheer me up. Do you remember, actually, thinking of Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny, they both released, within about a year of each other, the exact same concept for a cartoon, where they were both playing the piano with a mouse interrupting them, and I think they were even both playing the same song. Dexter's Lab was fun as well. Although I preferred the Dial M for Monkey that came in the middle of the Dexter's Lab episodes. Courage the Cowardly Dog was brilliant. Kind of scary, but less scary than it could have been, because the rumour is that initially that mask that Eustace put on was going to be a shotgun instead. Can you believe? I was a little bit too old for SpongeBob Mania. I didn't realise that the last season of Tom and Jerry was set in Singapore. The Powderpuff Girls, I remember those. The Amoeba Squad being the most memorable to me. Who remembers Johnny Bravo as well? Mojo Jojo. I don't know why the Amoeba Squad's the most memorable to me, it just is. But Johnny Bravo was weird. The only thing I can remember from Johnny Bravo is the give me an unrise, give me sunrise when he was turning into a werewolf. But yeah, Johnny Bravo absolutely was a thing. Ed, Ed and Eddie Butter Toast? I Am Weasel was fantastic as well. I never watched Dumb and Dumber, but that's reminded me of the Angry Beavers. And that had Nick Bakay voicing one of them, I think. And Nick Bakay was fantastic as Salem in Sabrina. Recess I could only watch on those weekends when the Disney Channel became free. So I never really got into it. Angry Beavers apparently was a kid's show. Now, we're not going to be breaking any records, but we do have sub 1 hour Claire. It was on CICV very early on in the mornings, I think on Saturdays as part of SMTV. I always wanted to get on Wonky Donkey talking of SMTV. And let us now grab the next badge. I never liked Hey Arnold, I've got to be honest. And it was just because of the name Football Head. I didn't realise that an American football was a thing when I was a kid. I was like, that's not a football head. Well, let's now go to the Pokémon Center, we'll heal up, we will fly back to New Bark Town, and we're going to pause the time at 59:28, because it's time for our first break. We've been live for just over an hour. I need to take some medication to get rid of this, yes, rugby head in the UK. I need to take some medication, try and shift this blocked nose and this sneezing. I will be back in a couple of moments. Headphone alert, of course. The adverts may be louder than me. Hopefully not, but do turn your volume down just in case. I'll see you in 2 minutes. And welcome in, Prince Thomas. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there, and thank you for one of the absolutely, glorious mod team for being in my ear now to notify me of anything that I have missed. And I have just realised there is one thing we need to do before going to the league, and that is we need to fly over to Violet City, because I think this might be the quickest route. No, that's the Ruins of Alpsquidge. There's TM we forgot to pick up. Gonna get TM04, which contains a rollout. We might need that for good old Lance later. Gonna pick it up now, just in case. No more Miss Donos, fantastic. Muscle memory has taken me to get this rare candy now, so we are going to do that. And we shall start heading leaguewards. And unfortunately, it's looking like we're not going to get Boom Burst in time for Lance, because we're not going to get 13 levels in the next little while. Return's power is now exactly the equal to Hyperdrill. So Hyperdrill is starting to get a little bit surplus to requirements. And what I do also want to do is probably put the Scamulet coin on, so we can start making some cash money moolah, just in case we need the tutor moves later. Level 50 acquired, that means the return is now at higher power than Hyperdrill. And I think I'm going to do full trainers here, because we might end up needing 2 of them for the tutor moves. So we'll take as much money as we can possibly get. Really hoping that these meds kick in soon as well, because goodness me, I am feeling a little bit naff at the moment, I've got to be honest with you all. It's one of those days where your brain is on a go slow. But we will knock out the Susan, grow to level 51. We'll get on the bike, and we'll even take on the Pesquion. I've never... Well, actually, that's a lie. I have seen Lord of the Rings. I got taken by my granddad to the first Lord of the Rings film when I was a kid in the cinema, and I fell asleep partway through it. It kind of tainted the series for me. But I've always been a video game player rather than a TV or film watcher. I find that TV and film just isn't that engaging enough for me. I'm not even sleepy. I'm just very much on a go slow today. Sometimes happens. I know, how dare I? I always need to be doing something a little bit more engaging than just watching for the most part. It's like when I watch streams, I'm normally doing something else on my other screen. I was both Sega and Nintendo. I was a privileged little sod. Pippin to me is the dog from Come Outside. What a great series Come Outside was as a kid. Oh, we've got crap in the bag again. What don't we need? What can we get rid of? Probably the soft sand at this point. I never had a Dreamcast, no. And thank you for the $2 donation, Sora Donald Goofy, and I absolutely will have another beverage after the league, because I am on the timer. Absolutely not get rid of that, get rid of that. I had a PS2, but I was trying to take it down to the big TV in the lounge one day, and I fell down the stairs with it, so I no longer had a PS2. Welcome in, Gigi. All is well. A little bit under the weather with the allergies, but making the most of it. How are you today? How's work been going for you? I hope you've managed to get at least some rest over the weekend. I know that you do work multiple jobs on pretty much every day of the week, isn't it? And thank you for the good lucks. The only reset we have had so far was an absolute nonsense one with Spite, meaning that we couldn't hit the Rival 2's Haunter. But now it is time to say thank you to the HM friends. So it's a big thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, to Paris, and to all of you lovely HM friends with the green and blue names in the chat. We're going to get our 4 full restores, which we do have bag space for. Going to save the game. We'll have a look at our stats, shall we? We are level 53 with 220 HP rather. Scavulet Coin is our held item with Return, Screech, Hyperdrill, and Earthquake. 148 in attack, 124 in defense, 128 in special attack, 117 in special defense, and 97 in speed. Please do make sure you're getting as much rest as possible, GG. At least you don't have another double until Friday. We have always called them the HM friends on this channel. Let's Earthquake turn 1. Hurricane, no thank you. And we are through Will. Let's take on Koga next. Starting off with an Ariados, which is a nice and simple one-shot. Venomoth comes out to play and we say goodbye to Venomoth straight away. Now this is going to be a 3-shot unfortunately, so he might go boom, but he did not in fact go boom. Muck comes out to play, we will Earthquake the Muck. And then we will finish off the Crobat. I really wish we had some kind of follow age on here. That would be really fun. It was kind of a missed opportunity, but he is still a very, very good boy. Is our Dudunsparce. This is a range here, but we one-shot. We're absolutely fine. Onyx comes out. We'll Earthquake away the Onyx. Oh, where are my full restores? There they are. We'll use a full restore, and we're also going to use a HP up now. And the reason we're using a HP up is so that we're not on full HP for Karen. Which might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but this has the chance to drop Sand Attack's potential, as it were. So she has a lower chance now of using Sand Attack. But she still used Sand Attack, so that didn't work out in our favour. Never mind. And we are on a clock for the rest of the battle now. Just got to make sure that we don't get burnt here. We are burnt, for God's sake, Karen. What are the chances? I'm not even mad, I'm just disappointed at Karen. Let's get the pink bow out, shall we? Exactly, it was 1 in 10 chance. And now she's used Feint Attack. Vileplume is adorable in this generation. RNG was not in our favour first turn there, or in the Karen fight there, but we still did just about scrape through. Now Lance could be an issue, so we're going to save just here, stick on our Repel, and possibly the Curse Cure Berry here. That's my first hunch. Anyway, we'll see if that's the correct choice. Let's see how we get on against Lance. This could be a very tricky fight. So it's a one-shot on the Gyarados. It's going to be a two-shot on these pesky Dragonite. So we are going to have to RNG shuffle. Which we haven't got this time, so we're going to take a reset. It's going to be a 1 in 2 chance, roughly, of getting through. It's a 1 in 4 or another 1 in 4, which I think makes a 1 in 2. There we go. We have a chance to at least see the rest of the team now. Ancient Power Omniboost would be the scariest thing here. We're absolutely fine on that, though. Should be a one-shot on the Zard, and then we can one-shot, or probably actually two shots, this last Dragonite. We'll swap to Hyper Drill. And he's in a healing loop. That means that we win. Hydrapple would be interesting to code in, actually. 1, 10, 14 per lance. Not a bad time at all. Not going to be breaking any records, but definitely a decent run so far. And we're pausing the timer at 1:10:30 for the Hall of Fame. And we'll unpause and carry on. I didn't have the space on the sprite to do a 3-segment. I wanted a 3-segment, but there was just not the room. And now we will retrieve the HM friends, so it's a warm welcome back to Kenya, Abra, Psyduck, and Paris. And let's make our way over to Ecruteak City. Not going to do any move tutor stuff yet, so I don't think we need it quite at the moment. Grab the rare candy in there, dig our way out. Over to Olivine next. Let's hope we don't get Swimmer Georged. We got Swimmer Georged, of course we did. Bad RNG run, this one, actually. Grab that rare candy. Dig our way out. And we will TP back to Olivine City to get ourselves on the boat. Welcome in, Malik. How are you today? That is the point. We do need to watch out for avalanches at Mount Silver. The screaming could potentially unsettle the land around there. We don't need any metal coat. I am under the weather, but making the most of it anyway. Let's get ourselves a Max Repel and TP over to the Pokemon Center. And of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. Just 4 more levels until we get Boomburst as well, and I am very excited for Boomburst. But for now, let's take on Lieutenant Surge. Goodbye, Raichu. Probably going to be Electrode next. Yep. Bloody double team on this Electrode, but we managed to hit first time. We'll carry on with the Earthquake against Electabuzz. And Surge is done in 1:14:32. No, 1:13:42. Even better. Raichu does look huggable. I completely agree with you there. Now, just in case, what we are going to do is we're going to be going up to the top of Celadon condominiums, so that we can teach our Dudunsparce to swear. Yes, exactly. Get your poop emojis out in chat. Our bag management today, goodness me. Not going to need the Nemma Ice at this point. Not going to need the Mint Berry anymore. Curse will be a last resort, though, if we do end up using it. Level 59 acquired against the twins, Joe and Zoe. Or is it Joey and Zoe? Or is it Joe and Zoe? I still want to figure out the logic as to what makes this trainer sometimes switch. Not quite figured that out yet. I reckon you're right there, Moldy. Dudunsparce is the kind of Pokemon that would just say poopy as a swear. Where the friggin' hell is that Quick Claw? There it is. Hoppip run on the 12th of Never, I think is when we'll do Hoppip. Nice one-shots there on Erica. What was the gift lock pulling the Dragon Fang from? I'm very intrigued to know. Because that has been puzzling me for a very long time. By a very long time, I mean a couple of days. That feels like a very long time. Jumpluff's pretty good for an unspecified definition of pretty good. It's time for Erica. Glub glub sparse indeed. Oh, interesting. The second character of the player name. That is so bizarre. That is Janine. I called her Erica. I don't know why I called her Erica, but I did. I don't really do tier lists in that way, but Jumpluff would be, why the hell am I running this? I'd rather run Shuckle 50 times tier. Go away, Mr. Spinner. Use a Max Repel here. In fact, I'm going to move those Max Repels up. Gold berries are so overpowered there. That is such a weird thing that it's pulling from the second character of the player name, though. Let's get ourselves the cutscene for the machine part. And then we'll fly back to Saffron. That is the question, what letter or character is leftovers? And the trouble with finding out what the cause is I have no idea what the hell the fix is going to be for that. Three one-shots for Sabrina there. 119-11. This is on the gift lock run that I created for the gym leaders. For some reason, an item is loaded in, and that item corresponds to the second letter of your player name. Capital S for leftovers. Thank you, Squall Lionheart. It is absolutely fitting for an S tier item. Level 62 Boom Burst. Get it in my face now. It's time for you to scream bloody murder, Dudunsparce. Casual 300 HP's worth of damage to that Nidoking there. This will be the closest we go to going boom on a run. You're not wrong there, Tom. 589 HP on that Parasect. We don't have an animation for Boom Burst. Yes, okay, Boom Burst. Couple of PP ups into Boom Burst. We're also going to max ether it. Over to Cerulean we go. Let's take on Misty. Animation coding is something a little bit too complex for my brain at the moment. And Cascade Badge in 121.42. Machine parts acquired. Let's make our way back to the power plant. Max repel for this. We need the steps to get us all the way to Brock's gym. RIP Dave's in chat, please, for the Zap Cannon that went awry. Poor old Dave from accounting. Didn't know what hit him. Grab ourselves the X-Men card to X-Men Hour Radio. Then we'll go back to Vermilion. We'll wake up this pesky bear blocking the way. How long have we been saying RIP Dave for now? It's got to be getting close to a year, actually. That was one of my all-time favourite streams. Yes, the Dudunsparce can learn Zap Cannon. I would love Boom Burst to one-shot Red Snorlax. I reckon it's going to be a two-shot regardless. Worst. But before we get to Red, of course, we have 3 more gym leaders left to go. This one is going to be Brock. Final gym trainer of the game, Camper Jerry, standing in for Camper Liam. Apparently Camper Liam's off to watch the eclipse. A nice one shot there on the Rhyhorn. Very good that it's a one shot against the Onyx as well. Kabutops goes away, and with that, we've defeated Brock. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Doc W. I hope your tyre replacement goes very, very well. Campbellium is light years away. Terusama are filler items, so they are just items with nothing registered to them, apart from one, which is actually the Pokeflute. At some point, I really do want to do a Twitch stream where I just code in some hacks. But I need to get a nice layout for that. Let's take on Blaine. That's his name. Forgot his name then for a second, goodness me. Didn't mean to return, but that's absolutely fine. Mamgar comes out. We'll use a Boom Burst on the Bumphead Fireduck. We'll also Boom Burst away the Rapidash. And we will say thank you to Blaine for the Volcano badge. Into Viridian we go. We'll heal up. We'll take on Blue. And hopefully we won't have too many issues at all. Alright, let's see how we get on. Boom Burst is a simple one-shot on Pidgeot. Alakazam comes out with its paper-thin defenses, so it's another one-shot. Probably going to get Sandstorm trolled here. No, instead he goes to attack us furiously. Fantastic. Gyarados comes out, and Gyarados will also go away. Executor's not going to put up any resistance, and that just leaves Arcanine. We outspeed, we one-shot, and goodbye to Blue. Let's have a little chat with Oak. He's going to unlock Mount Silver for us. We'll TP back to Viridian. We'll make us way towards Mount Silver. And the question is, how are we going to get on? That's a red. I'm glad you like the new base stat total colours. Totally original, not nicked from Bulbapedia at all. They are definitely more accessible, I know that much. Let's save the game. Let's shimmy those rare candies up to tippy top spot. And let's see how we get on. This is red, and we are going to have to Charm Dodge. Quick Claw proc there, and one shot on the Pikachu. Reflect comes out. That could be an issue. Yeah, we need to dodge the Charm and dodge the Reflect. Or we can just dodge a Thunder, that also works. Psychic's fine, it does hit us kind of hard, but we one-shot the Espeon even at level 66. Let's take a look at the Snorlax. That is going to be a two-shot, but we get paralyzed. No, we don't want a rare candy Paris, thank you very much. We'll stick in 3. Exactly, we do need to go Noom instead of lefties. Just got to dodge the Charm, that's going to be the thing here. A Reseed for Reluck. We have dodged the Psychic as well. That is really good. Look at how much damage we did against Snorlax. Took a bit of damage there from Solar Beam. Flamethrower's going to hurt and knocks us out. Ostensibly so that we don't keep hitting the same RNG all at once by reloading the save state. That is what reseeding is. Let's actually use all of our rare candies at this point. Still not going to be quicker than the Pikachu, but it will make us quicker than some of the later Pokemon. Just going to make sure that we hit the right seed so that we don't get charmed. Which is easier said than done. Seed is very important when it comes to challenge running. You hit the wrong seed or speedrunning in general, and you're screwed. This is a good seed. Oh, look at that ridiculous damage. One shot on the Venusaur as well. Worst that could happen now is a burn, but we one-shot the Zard. Are we going to one-shot the Blastoise? No, we're not, but it doesn't matter, because we are through red in 1:30:39. Just over the 1:30 mark for Dudunsparce. But that is not bad at all. Let's get on the leaderboard now. Dudunsparce, it's an 01:30:39. It's a backport, and it's also a stream. Let's get that leaderboard all made up. If I can spell. And we'll have to see where we get on the leaderboard. Boomburst absolutely helps us out there. It's a ludicrous move. And thank you, Tom, for the 5 months. So I reckon we're going to be on page 2 of the streaming leaderboard. Not quite on page 1. Let's get the streaming leaderboard up, shall we? But look at the difference between Dunsparce and Dudunsparce. 2:11:51 for Dunsparce. 1:30:49 for Dudunsparce. Just 2 seconds slower than a bloody Ho-Oh. That is a not bad going at all. Really, really impressed with good old Dudunsparce there. We're just waiting for the big leaderboard to generate up now, and we'll see where we lie on there. Let's take a look, shall we? We are in, and it doesn't feel that impressive, 48th place. But when you consider the Pokemon around us, in Feraligatr, Ho-Oh, Entei, and Suicune, all in that 130 bracket, as well as Furret and some other very, very strong Pokemon, I think we have done very, very well there. Now, the time is currently 20 to 4 here in the United Kingdom. I do have a little bit more time available today. And that poses the question, what should we do? And I think the answer is going to be another run. But before we get on to the next run, we do have to skip through these end credits. And we need to return Kenya. Let's see if we can do this first time this time. So we need to go to My PC, Mailbox, Attach Mail, Attach to Kenya. I'm going to say thank you so much, Kenya, for the last 1.5 hours. You've been an absolute wonderful help, but you've got to go home. I modify the ROM myself and rebuild when I select my starter. Have a lovely day. I hope your tyre gets fixed, Maxi. Thank you so much once again for the 10 gifted memberships. I am going to take a very, very quick break to get the next stream set up. So it'll be a couple of moments. So take this opportunity, maybe get a drink, go to the loo, get yourself some food. And I shall see you all in just a couple. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience while I was fiddling about with the ROM. Let's reset the timer for this, and let's reset the resets. And we are going to do Vaporeon. Of course, on this channel, we always start with the lowest stage evolution, so we've got some time to go before we get Vaporeon. But let's take a look at our Eevee. We've called Eevee Rainer after the Pokemon Go evolution code for Vaporeon, and we have 21 HP at level 5, holding a berry, and our moves are Tackle and Tail Whip. We've got 11 in attack, 11 also in defense, 10 in special attack, 12 in special defense, and 11 in speed. Let's get this run underway. No time like the present, get the Vaporeon going. And I really hope this one is a good run. Blessed with a Hoppip at the very beginning, that's what we like to see. 3-shot on the Hoppip knocks it out. And we have a bird. Heal for PP purposes already, because I don't know how much grinding we're going to do on the next route. Going to grab the berries. Because Eevee, as lovely as it is, isn't the strongest to start off with. Potion and PlayStation Berry. And let's go and have a little chat with Elm. Not Elm, with Mr. Pokemon, rather. It's a disaster. Elm's learned how to use his phone. A level 6 acquired. We get the Water Stone off a Fisherman, so we're going to have to do the clock trick with this one. Eevee's strong, but not the strongest for challenge running. Mostly because of that pesky tackle. Anytime you have a move that has a chance to miss, it's never good. The Dudunsparce was quick enough for me to be able to do a second run, yes. I was just thinking about that now, Deadpool, and I think I will do a partner Eevee at some point. Be interesting to see how partner Eevee gets on. Yes, the Eevee and the Pikachu in Let's Go have a massive tassive base stat buff. Those partner moves are so goddamn broken, aren't they? That's going to be my issue with the partner Eevee. It has so many new moves, I probably will run out of space. Already got the berries, don't need them. Yes, I did know that you could shiny hunt them in the demo version. Trouble is, they don't change colour, I believe. You just get the sparkle. I did a shiny hunt in Viridian Forest in the demo. Got myself another bloody Pidgey to add to the 90 million Pidgey I already have. Enough with the encounters, please. True, it is better than getting your 90th shiny Chansey. Let's take on Bugcatcher Wade, shall we? No poison, which is good. A ladybird, how cute. Let's knock it out. Now we are better in the special defense department than the physical defense department, so I reckon it's going to make sense to do Sprout Tower now. It might be a little bit slower to get through the tower, but at the same time it's going to give us some much needed levels for the Falconer battles. I'm trying to think of my best routing to get the Waterstone quick, sharp, and in a hurry. Double tackle miss, not what we want to see, really. Level 11 should hopefully be about level 12 by the time we leave here. Take full advantage of the AI going for growth. Level 12. Use a cheeky little potion there just to be safe. Two shots on that Bellsprout. It's going to be exactly the same against this Bellsprout. That just leaves the Hootoots left to go. 3 shot on this. And there we have Sprout Tower all completed. HMO5 acquired. Grab the escape rope and we'll get out of there quick, sharp, and in a hurry. That rolls out on the Spearow, but we are up to level 13. Should be fine against the pitch, hopefully. And we'll do the Falconer special of have a potion and hold the berry. Three shot, maybe? Yeah, just about a 3 shots there on Falconer. And that's the Zephyr badge in 8 minutes, 13 seconds. We'll get Mudslap. We'll be using that against the second rival battle. Long way to go before we get there, though. You never know, we might even catch some HM friends before it this time. Let's say goodbye to the Togepi egg. We can start making our way down towards the Zediga town. Don't know why I picked up the Miracle Seed. We'll sell it for a whole, like, 5 Pokédollars. Double defense drop is not what we're going to see against any trader, really, is it? Another Hoppip. We might as well knock it out, get that delicious experience. Repel acquired. Super Potion acquired. We'll take on Roland. Goodness me, the number of encounters today on this one. There's a cooldown of 4 steps for every encounter, and Gordon, if you're out there, please do cover your eyes. It's the double for your Wooper today. And let's take on Birdkeeper Peter, shall we? One of the last battles we'll be doing without Swift. Now we're going to have to try and dodge a few encounters for the first part of this cave. Easier said than done. Worst spot for an encounter is on this tile. I hate tackle. What are the chances, actually, of 2 double tackle misses this close together? There we go, we have Swift now. 5% times 5%, but we've had 2 of them so far in this run, which is kind of concerning. It's very nice to get a increase in our attack here. Grab the extra PlayStation Berry just in case. Don't get Hyper Antonied. Grab the full heal. Going to the Martin, do the correct shot this time. Heal up. And then we shall chat with Kurt. We're actually going to do the HM Friends after Rival 2, because I think that might make a little bit more sense. Don't know why I've not done that before. Not quite a one-shot on the Ekans, which is annoying. But we will grab the Super Potion. I'll take on the next couple of rockets. Level 17 as we take on the final rockets in the Slowpoke Well. Just a grunt in this generation. And it's 3 shots on the grunts. The poison does not matter at all there. We'll go straight into the gym. 1 shot on the Spinarak. 1 shot on the Ladybird. Nice to see. Let's now take on Bug Catcher Al. Kind of concerning that it's a 2-shot on the Caterpie line. But we should have another level and a half or so before we take on Bugsy himself. Don't attack us furiously, Beedrill. Final trainer of the gym before we'll take on Bugsy. That was quite possibly the worst outcome Josh could have given us. Never mind, we'll do a cheeky little heal. Now we'll take on Bugsy. This is our 2nd gym leader together of the run, our 18th gym leader of the day. And he's going to lead with Metapod. Even a crit shouldn't knock us out there. Actually, it might have done, you know. But we have our second batch, the Hive badge, in 14 minutes and 50 seconds. This Nurse Joy is sick of the sight of us by this point. It's the last time we'll have to heal in there. Let's take on the second rival battle. He went straight for Spike this time, which is fine by me. Are we going to get confused? No, he's going to bite us instead. Level 20 for the Bayleaf now. Critical hit on turn 1. And we are through. So we'll stick on the Repel here. Move those up to tip top at the same time. Grab ourselves the Cut HM. We'll wait for the Repel to wear off, and then we'll pause the timer to catch the HM friends. Looking for a Paris and a Psyduck here in the forest, of course. Hopefully they won't take too long to appear. And we have Paris first for one. Welcome for once. Welcome in, Mobile Gaming Chronicles. How are you today? Did I not save state before the ball? Goodness me. There we go. Thank goodness that wasn't on the clock. I never like getting Paris first, actually, because it means I have to do extra menuing. There we go, the Paris has finally stayed in the ball. Let's get ourselves Psyduck. I am doing very well, thank you, Mobile Gaming Chronicles. Psyduck is a 10% here in the forest, and there we have one. Take this opportunity to teach Cut and Flash to our Paris. We'll use a Repel, and then we'll cut the tree. Timer, thank you. We are going to teach ourselves Headbutt over Sand Attack, so now we have a couple of very decent normal type moves for early on in the game. It's going to take me a little while to get used to the new place where I'm catching the HM friends. Wrong move, Squidge. I thought Headbutt was there. There we go. It's a better move order. Oh, actually, I want those two swapped around. Just a couple of Headbutts against youngster Ian here. We'll take on Specsavers and we'll catch ourselves Abra. Pausing the timer at 17:02 for the Abra. That's a Drowsy. That's a Rat. That's an Owl. That's a Thing. Back to the Drowsy. Another Drowsy. Goodness, 3 Drowsy. And an Owl. Come on, Abra. This is why we pause the time to catch the HM friends. Hit the same seed 3 times in a row there. Getting that rat in that spot. Abra has teleported away. It's left us. For goodness sake, game. It very much is out to see the eclipse. Can someone send a search party out for the Abra, please? Even got a bloody Ditto before the Abra. It's been a while since we've had a long hunt for the Abra, to be fair. I can assure you Abra does live here. Might need some more bad jokes to get through. The moral support of the bad jokes. There's an Abra. So the Abra doesn't want to hear the bad jokes. At least it was first ball, goodness me. Unpausing the timer at 17:02. Set our teleport spot here to Goldenrod City. Grab the bike, we'll grab Kenya. And we'll start making our way towards Floria. Abra absolutely must have forgotten the Eclipse glasses. Kim's Vulpix proved to be no issue. We'll take on this camper as well. Ivan. I always want to call him a youngster. I don't know why. Could even say Ivan, oh idea. But I've already used that joke today, haven't I? Alright, so let's take on the Bumhead Fireduck. Because we want some special stat experience. Can I have a Quick Claw, please? Thank you for the Quick Claw, please. I barely clipped that grass game. Should have a grass buffer. There is a trainer I want to take on in here, though. I'm going to take on Mr. Raichu Man. Thank you, Van William. Take him on for the special stat experience as well. Grab ourselves Dig. And next time we menu, we will teach all these moves to our Pokemon. In the meantime, though, we have an Abra to beat up. Revenge for how long our Abra took. Will also get us up to a level 23 for Whitney. A level 23 we learn Quick Attack. Might as well get rid of Tail Whip. Gives us a priority move. Have a little chat with Floria. And then what do we want to do? We want to, first of all, stick the Quick Claw on there. Take the male off Kenya and swap Kenya and Psyduck around. Is that right? No. No, it's not. We'll swap those two, so then those two. There we go. Abra, Kenya, Psyduck, Paris for the start of this one. Don't even go there, Kanbei, for God's sakes. And we will heal up. And maybe do full trainers in Whitney's gym. I think a lot of people were waiting for that joke and it was just whoever said it first. Disgusting. Gonna play it safe here and take on a couple of extra trainers. Yep, Vaporeon is on the list of Pokemon ruined by the internet. I hope work's been treating you well, Kanbei. Don't charm me. And to be fair, there are some Pokemon that Game Freak have just ruined by themselves. I'm looking at Thickerita for that one. Yes, Thickerita Zarina was absolutely cursed from the start. Alright, 5 headbutts. Let's see if this is enough. So we take on Whitney here. 2 shots on the Clefairy. Rollout miss, that's what we wanted. Finish off with a quick attack. And we get Attract. Not that we're going to use Attract. Obtain the Squirts bottle. Let's make us way now to Ecruteak City. Annoy the pesky tree because it's being pesky and being in our way. Grab that ether. Encounter a random Spinnerack for our non-repelling waves there. Let's do the whole Bill nonsense cutscene. Yes, I do want to heal, actually, Joy. Let's take on the Kimono girls. Starting with a Flareon. Didn't get burnt. Level 25 acquired. And it's Vaporeon versus Eevee. Final Kimono Girl. Good idea that we didn't take this one on as a Vaporeon. But we will grab ourselves Surf. Going to do a little bit of cheating now by going through Mount Mortar. Yeah, why not take on Camper, or Pokemaniac Miller, I should say. It's the worst that could happen. Perfect Miller fight. Going to take on Fisher Tully next. Let's hope this isn't a totally bad battle. And he is the trainer that will give us the Water Stone. So we do have to rely on him giving us a phone call. It's a really nice way to scam that we'll be doing as soon as we've done the Lake of Rage section. Don't boo me. Well, actually do boo me. It was terrible. Blissey was no.png, wasn't it? In our run on Friday. I was saying Boo Earns. Bike shop call. Gonna teach Hidden Power now, actually. And we will teleport back. And now we've got a lot of cycling to do. Yes, the 2 Raichu. I thoroughly remember those. Gonna pause the time for this because there's a lot of RNG involved. There was the Raikou from Lance. So this is a chance that we get. Hang on. Oh wait, that's supposed to look like that. There's a chance of a phone call every time we change the clock. There we go. Tully has given us a phone call saying that he has the water stone, so we'll unpause the timer. And we'll go and grab it. We are going to need an extra repel, though. It would be cool if we could fish up a stone. Right, so we've got the stone from Tully now. So what we'll do is we'll dig out of here, actually. We'll teleport. And we're just going to hide on the other side of the water as we remove his number. Hopefully you won't see that. Very much a fair weather friend we are to Fisher Tully. And with that, we can get ourselves a Vaporeon. And with Vaporeon comes Surf. Before we do that, though, we're going to use one of our extra repels. And we'll teach Surf to Vaporeon right about now in place of Mudslap. And let's take on the second rival battle. The third rival battle, not the second, goodness me. Surf up to Tippy Top, one shot on the Haunter. One shot on the Magnemite. Swap to Hidden Power Ice for the Bayleaf, get a nice crit. And we'll finish off the Zubats with Surf as well. Let's now release the beasts. And get ourselves out of here. Cheeky little heal for PP purposes. And let's take on all of Morty's gym. Gonna use Hidden Power for the early battles. Then we'll swap to Surf for Morty. Yes, 0 resets so far. And we have got the evolution really early, actually. There is probably a joke in there, but we're not going to say it, are we? I should have used the regular potion there, shouldn't I? Well, let's take on Morty. One shot on the Ghastly, one shot on the Haunter. One shot on the Gengar. And one shot on the Haunter. Nothing too surprising there. 29.52 for Morty. TM30 acquired, that is Shadow Ball, we can learn that. We have Aurora Beam at 36, but I decided to go for Hidden Power Ice. It's an increase of 5 base power. And honestly, with Ice, Normal, Water and Ground... Well, we can't learn Earthquake, actually, but with Ice, Normal and Water, we're absolutely fine. Hidden Power Ice also meant that we could get through Rival 3 a little bit easier. Because sometimes, even if you get the right coverage, you can get the right coverage too late. So I knew I wanted to be a Vaporeon for Rival 3. Let's reunite the married couple, shall we? Drown their Pikachu. They can bond over the drowning of the Pikachu. We'll take care of the cat as well, because of course cats do not like water. And we are almost ready to take on that bloody lighthouse section. Right, well, they're having a little bit of a whinge. That is a good question. Is Jamie responsible for the broken couple? You tell me. If it's not Jamie, it's going to be Jasmine. It's one of the two. I have never even thought of that. That is a very good question, and I will delegate that to chat. So I feel like chat will absolutely know better than me. Jinx is something different. I have a real soft spot for Jinx, though. One of my favourites. Ice and Psychics are such a great type combination in early gens. I have no idea, Luke, honestly. You know what I'm like with laser gens. Top of the lighthouse reached. Thank you for doing a little searchy search. A rare candy acquired. Get out of there. I'll teach Surf and Strength to Psyduck now. Move those super repels up to the tippy top of the bag. Never punished for missing those 4 repel steps. Grab the Jasmine potion. And let's take on the next gym. Now, the Black Belts have terrible AI, so we'll use that to our advantage here by hoping that he doesn't go for Thunder Punch. See, he went for Fire Punch. Goodness me. Ash's mother did have a Mr. Mime, yes. Yep, 2 HP of damage. Totally worth that move. Gonna heal those 2 HP of damage, though. And let's now take on Shark. Gonna drown his Poliwrath. Flinch, please. Flinch, please. Flinch, please. Wrong berry. Excuse me there. Never punished, though. So much acquired in 35, 26. Yes, I remember the Registeel sprite. It was very naughty of them to have a pose like that. Off to Olivine we go. And in a shocking turn of events, we're going to be facing Jasmine under-leveled. So let's see how we get on against Jazz, shall we? I know, I am a madman. So out comes the Magnemite, we should outspeed this. Out comes Magnemite number 2, again outspeed. Steelix comes out, outspeed, one shot. Gross level 36, no thank you to Aurora Beam. And thank you to Jasmine for a very easy battle, 3640 for the Mineral Badge. Risking without a repel. The easiest way to summon rain is to put washing out. Just gonna brute force this Gyarados. Red scale acquired. Let's go into the gym. It is a bit daft, isn't it? The stab surface stronger. We do have Hidden Power Ice mostly for the dragons, though. Especially Lancers. That is true, you cannot legitimately solo run any of the Regis in Gen 3. Welcome in, Hannah Welch. How are you today? Because they all start with a boom move. And that means you can't even get to struggle. Well, let's turn on the switch. I am doing very well, thank you, Hannah. I mean, if Lance used the Hyper Beam as cover-up for just shanking the rocket, would he then be the Kate's Crew Blader? Slowpoke Tail, that's the first password. Lance's medicine is Secret Potion, yes. But it's the off-brand. Starting off with a Zubat. Then we'll eradicate the Raticate. Lance's Secret Potion is off-brand, yeah. He got it from Lidl's. Dig our way out of there, go straight back in because we don't need to heal. We dig so that we avoid all the trainers on the way back and avoid having to pick up items. And let's now take on the rockets here. One shot on the Arbok. Hidden Power for the Gloom. And we might as well stay with Hidden Power for the Murkrow. We'll surf away these Electrode here. And then we'll take on our next gym. I prefer Champion Enkal, who comes from someplace far away. Is he related to Mr. Snrub? That is the question. Well, let's take on Price, shall we now? Nice crit on the Dugong there. A level 39 acquired. Piloswine comes out to play. Piloswine goes goodbye. Price in 41, 33. Get a call from Elm. We're going to ignore it for now, and we're going to head straight to Blackthorn. Grab the elixir there. Now, with the rival having the grass starter, one of the big reasons to go to Blackthorn early is because you can get the Nevermelt Ice that you can just shove on. Whirlpool and Waterfall taught to Psyduck now. Next Repel active. I was doing some coding today to do with these stones. So they run some highly inefficient code when they fall through the floor, so I had to clean that up to get more space in the ROM. It's one of very few things I follow a tutorial for, so that stuff's difficult. Grab the iron. We'll grab the protein this time, and we'll also grab the PP up. And now we are in Blackthorn City. Spend 10,000 Pokédollars on some Max Repels. Get ourselves back to Goldenrod. Nugget and Rare Candy. Off to Azalea we go. What do we want from Azalea? Oh, our item bag's full. Bugger. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. The tutorials are good, but I find I don't absorb the information if I follow a tutorial. And then I don't really learn anything about what I'm doing. And I think just for pacing purposes, we're going to take a break before we do the rockets this time. That's a very good way to do it, Kanbei. Trying something not too dissimilar. Get rid of the charcoal. Get rid of the nuggets. Get rid of the 6 Pokeballs. Let's hope we don't encounter a shiny. Don't have hands. Don't need Rock Smash. Don't need Icy Wind. Never going to use Iron Tail. Don't want Detect. Don't want Rest. Don't want Attract. Don't want Fury Cutter. We're rich. Five of you. 2 of you. We're poor. Now, the calcium's actually the best value vitamin in Crystal, because it not only does... Oh, we've got another nugget. Not only does special attack, it does special defense as well. We're just slightly too poor to get another vitamin. We'll hold on to that money. And what we'll do is we will get to here, and we'll pause the timer, at 45.55. And we shall take a very quick break. I need a little stretch and a rehydrate. And then we'll get through with the final part of today's stream. Zinc didn't exist, and also EVs for special defense didn't exist. They were all in one. So this is going to be our final break of the day. There's going to be adverts for this break, of course. So please do turn your headphones down if you are listening on headphones. I'll be back in a couple of moments. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. We're ready to go for the last part of the run. Let's unpause the timer at 45.55 rather, and let's get on with it. I haven't seen Squidgy anywhere, no. He's disappeared into the ether. I was just thinking about the randomizer I'm creating during that little break. And I think one of the big benefits to the way I'm randomizing is your fish groups are going to be fully randomized. Whereas in regular randomization, because some of the fishing encounters are generated in Gen 2, you get a very limited selection of pools. The same with the headbutts. So you get a much bigger spread of randomization. There is one more thing I need to do, and that's figure out how the hell the fishing encounter slot is selected. That's what I was working on before stream. Because I'm forever tinkering with fun ideas. It would be nice to get a full hardcore Nuzlocke style ROM in that we can then just release the patch for. I might even try porting over the gift lock stuff at some point and have a little flag. Alright, talking of Ether, we're going to Ether Surf. Let's now move on to the tippy top of the radio tower, where we have the fake director. One shot on the coughing. It's going to be another one shot. The wheezing's the one I'm watching out for here. And it's a one shot. We're absolutely fine. Haze, interesting. Gonna get rid of Bite. Basement's key acquired. Dodge the spinner. Let's get out of here. Nice little PP heal again. Now we'll get our way into the underground. Now we're absolutely going to want Ice Beam on this run, so once again it's going to be the coin case and the Scamulet coin. And just so that I am 100% clear, Acid Armor raises defense, not special defense, doesn't it? Oh, that was headbutt there. Gave that Magnemite a free hit on me. Because if Acid Armor raises special defense, we're absolutely having Acid Armor. But I don't think it does. Coin case acquired. Defense, thank you. Let's take on our rival number 4. Starting off with the Golbat, we'll Hidden Power, because we're going to need Hidden Power for the Bayleaf. Oh, he sends out Magnemite next. Interesting. It's a Meganium at this point. Ooh, very nice Razor Leaf miss. Raises defense by 2. We probably won't need that at red, because the only thing that will hit us with a physical attack is probably the Snorlax and maybe the Zard as well. If the Zard gets a hit on us, that is. And we're nearly through this section. The rival's kind of the halfway point. I flick-flack between this and Nugget Bridge being my least favourite section of the game. The Mahogany Underground's not terrible compared to these two, because it's only about 2 or 3 minutes. But this, goodness me. It's not even an engaging set of battles, it's just pick your strong move. Knockout enemy. You're in 90% range of the eclipse. Well, I hope the weather stays clear for you, Seth. Doom and gloom for the gloom there. Let's move on. Only a couple more trainers left in here, thank goodness. Yeah, pestering Misty is annoying. I can smell spaghetti hoops, but nobody's cooking. Not had spaghetti hoops in years, though. Nice, I'm glad to see there are no clouds where you are, Seth. Surf all over this Raticate. Surf over the coughing as well. Ooh, spaghetti sounds like a very good idea, actually. I could really go for some spaghetti. I like how we eventually, inevitably, always go to food talk, don't we? Oh, one more trainer left to go at the tippy top of the tower, and then we'll be done with it for the day. We're going to drown the Houndour. Drown the coughing. We'll also drown the Houndoom. Why am I splitting for Claire there, for goodness sake? I'm impatient today, clearly. Thank you, Marie, for the pink bow. Yes, yes, yo. Yes, yes, yo. Yes, yes, no, yes, no for her. Do just want to double check. Yes, I did get return. Nearly forgot this rare candy. Ooh, Pringles are very, very tasty, aren't they? Get the PP up. That is true about working from home. Let's do a PP heal, and let's get ourselves into our final Jonesonium gym. This is going to be Claire's gym. Claire, of course, the actual Dragon-type specialist. But before we get to her, we've got a bunch of trainers to take on. Pringles are delicious, though, aren't they? What is Chef Boyardee? I've got to be honest, I've never heard of it. The best pasta in the world. Ooh. Pan spaghetti and meatballs. I can't eat red meat, so I can't have meatballs. It's very annoying that I can't eat red meat. But I cannot digest it. Yes, that was with Melinda Messenger. And Dirty Den from EastEnders as well, wasn't it, Kanbei? We'll give her Dragonair a scare. What will she send out next? Another Dragonair she hasn't learnt. Schnitzel and potatoes sounds delicious. Two-shot maybe, question mark, hopefully. Bum. It's a three-shot. Oh, for God's sake, Claire. What a messy Claire fight that was. Definitely one of our messier Claire fights. I've never had Vegemite, no. Don't even know why, it doesn't sound terrible, you know. Next time we menu as well, we're going to stick the Scamulet coin on. And we are getting sub 1 hour Claire. A Rising Badge in 57.34. Claire's giving us halitosis to TM there. We're going to ignore her though, and we're going to go and grab ourselves the Max Elixir. Oh, haggis, when I could eat red meat, was absolutely delicious. I had some in Scotland a few years... Well, I say a few years ago. It was more than a few years ago now. Nearly 20 years ago. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we're going to stick 4 iron in. And while we're here, actually, how much money do we have? We can afford 2 carbos. We'll do the 2 carbos. Then we will leave. Head over to Newmark Town. Where are those max repels? There they are. The description of haggis is kind of foul, isn't it? I can't quite remember off the top of my head exactly what's in it, but it doesn't sound pleasant, but somehow it's gorgeous. I do want to go back to Scotland at some point in the next year or so. I bloody love Edinburgh as a city. If I were to do uni, or if I was to do uni when I was younger, I would probably have gone to the University of Edinburgh. Just a very pretty city. The snake did very well, thank you, Alex. Not quite top 10, but still a very, very good time, especially considering we are a slow Pokemon with Dudunsparce. We'll do our safety heal here. And every time, it doesn't matter what route I go, I always get caught by Joyce here. Trying to rebuild the money now so that we hopefully have enough to get ourselves Ice Beam after the league. Water really is going to be our Achilles heel for this run. That Blastoise might be tricky, so we're going to have to brute force it. Maybe even try an Ice Beam to freeze it. Get ourselves some Max Elixir there. We'll Super Repel for this bit. Welcome in, Majin Matt. How are you today? I hope you're getting ready for something nice. Hin Power Electric would have been an idea, but it was a toss-up between that and not Hydro Pump. What on earth did where on earth did Hydro Pump come from? Hidden Power Ice for Rival 3. Because we absolutely would not have had Aurora Beam by then. That's where Hydro Pump came from. Clearly read it on the move list. But that's not backseating, that's just theory crafting, isn't it? And we defeat the rival at the 1 hour and 3 minute mark. I bloody love a good oat, you know. Let's say thank you for the last time today to the HM friends. So it's thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, merci to Paris, and thank you to all you wonderful green names in the chat. Some of you now have Ultra Balls. Gonna get to the 4 full restores. We are dirt poor at the moment. Goodness. Let's take a look at our stats, shall we? We are level 52 with a 228 HP, holding the Scamulet coin with Return, Haze, Hidden Power, and Surf. We've got 110 in attack, 103 in defense, 157 in special attack, 141 in special defense, and 107 in speed. No, Vaporeon is not my favourite evolution. My favourite evolution is Glaceon. But Vaporeon is still a very cool Pokemon. Slowbro's very pesky here, so we'll just have to critical hit it to unpesky it. We'll drown the Xatu to finish off. Jolteon's cool. Shame it's not that good in Gen 2, though. 104.15 for Will. Let's move on to Koga, shall we? I do like Flareon. I've got to be honest. I think it's very slept on. Are you going to minimalise? Of course you're going to minimalise. A very nice Koga fight there. Let's see if we get the same luck against Bruno. You don't see many people talk about Leafeon, and that's a shame, really, because Leafeon is cool. We are ranging the heck out of Bruno here. I like Umbreon, but Karen's Umbreon has tainted the line for me, shall we say? Talking of Karen's Umbreon, that's who we're up against now. We don't hear many people talk about Bruno either, to be fair, and rightly so. See, we got through the sand attack that time. This is going to be a range in it. Oh, we did manage to hit it. And we are through the last Pokemon there. First try, Karen. Thank you so much for Snowy for figuring out that little trick to potentially make the Karen fight easier. Let's repel before last. We can actually do that as well. If you use that HP up before Karen, it reduces her chances of using Sand Attack. Now, he's probably going to flail, isn't he? Oh, he just went straight for Surf. That's fine by me. Going to be a nice one-shot on these Dragonites with Hidden Power Ice, serving its purpose well. Wrong move, Squidge. Slash is fine. There's actually code in the game for a held to prevent stat drop item. 107.14 for Lance. So we wouldn't even need to really backport anything, we just need to activate the item. Let's pause the timer as soon as we get into the Hall of Fame. 107.30 for Vaporeon's entry into the Hall of Fame. We are 10,000 Pockle Dollars short of being able to get ourselves Ice Beam. Alright, let's think about this. Let's change the game clock day anyway. Let's unpause the timer. Let's try and unpause the timer anyway. And let us go. The front sprite is very, very cute in Crystal. SS tickets acquired. Let's go and retrieve our HM friends, shall we? So it's a very, very warm welcome back to Kenya, Abrasiduk, and Bienvenue à Para. Let's now go into Mount Mortar via Ekritig City. Hidden max potion there. Not sure if anyone knew about that. Rare candy acquired. Can sell that Ultra Ball. That's a super potion, actually. Ultra Ball's the other way. Olivine City bound we are. Didn't get Swimmer Georged. Is that an Ultra Ball? Yes. A rare candy, and then I think just down here. Bit of risk encounters. Yep, that's a nugget. That's what we want. I just want to check I set my TP spot. I did. That's perfect. That means we can go to Goldenrod. Buy my stuff, please. God, we are poor on this run, aren't we? What else can we sell? Goodness. Don't need that anymore. Not going to get the King's Rock, but that's very, very low money. There we go. We've sold virtually all of our possessions here. Let's hope Ice Beam's worth it. Yes, I did sell the charcoal. I sold that for vitamins earlier. Now there is a strat I cannot use on challenge runs to speed up this boat fight. If you go in with any kind of Pokemon at all that's not going to be good against the Machop here, you can faint, and I believe you will get sent straight to the next Pokemon Center in Vermilion City. And we have in fact arrived in Vermilion City. I do think that having the 95 to 100 base power moves locked behind Lance is a good idea, because it does give the game extra pacing. However, having Surf early does break that a little bit. And of course, the first thing we did in Kanto is the last thing we did in Johto. We grabbed another rare candy, this time for the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. Also picked up another iron, just in case we need to sell it for Rain Dance later. Also, I just wanted to show off another hidden item spot. This should be as simple as 5 one-shots. Can't foresee any issues at all with Surge here. And my fingers over the split button. Thunder Badge in a 112-18. Now we can't learn Psychic, so we'll go straight left here. We did outspeed the Electrode, which for a base 65 speed mon is not bad at all. Grab the lefties. Enjoy your Mexican cuisine, Mobile the Gaming Chronicles. Very, very good choice. Now we are probably going to have to PP up good old Ice Beam. So we'll do that next time we're in the bag. Welcome in, Anna. I hope you feel better very, very soon. I'm sorry to hear you're not well. Definitely something going around. I'm just going to be mean to Beauty Julia here and use not very effective moves against her. Because we can. Alright, let's take on Erica, our second Cantonian gym leader, our second of 8 in fact. She leads with a Tangler that's going to feint to an Ice Beam. Oh no, I hope that your recovery of the, or should I say your chronic illness, starts to subside again. Flare-ups are never good. Erica in 114.09. I would much rather, instead of having a high HP Pokemon, have a Pokemon with better defensive stats. Because those fixed HP moves really do start to hit you hard. Bob is down. Let's take on Janine, shall we? Ice Beam for the Crobat. Then we'll swap to Surf for the rest. Should get level 60 off Janine. Probably going to be going into red about 66, I want to say. Looking at our stats now. You just wasted your money there, Janine, on the die hit. 115.08 for Janine. Let's get rid of that. I want to find the Quickie C again. And we will teleport back to Saffron City. Diglett isn't great for solo running in general. There are a lot of problems with Diglett's stat spread. Yes, the numbers are all shuffled about for the evolutions. Which I suppose is less lazy than Typhlosion and Charizard having the exact same stat spread. Fly back to Saffron, we'll take on Sabrina, and we'll also take on Misty at the same time. Rhyhorn's double 4 times weaknesses to grass and water really do hold it back. I loved the Rhyhorn run. It's got so much going against it. High evolution level, double 4 times weakness, slow experience group. It's like Game Freak purposely wanted to screw over the Rhyhorn line. Exactly, terrible, terrible special stats. Which of course means it has terrible special defense. I think it's a very, very good idea to have Rhyhorn be pure ground. Minimum battles is something that's always intrigued me, but I've never really looked into it. What's my favourite generation? My favourite generation to challenge run is Gen 2, but to play casually is Gen 6. Both X and Y and Oris are fantastic games. Gonna get called a pest again? So we'll have to chase her back to the gym in Cerulean City, of course. I don't get the hate for X and Y. They're some of the best games. Define Gen 3 games. Never say never. But Emerald, in particular, is one of the hardest for me to challenge run because it's so goddamn long. I know. How dare we make Misty actually do her bloody job. Let's teleport back to the power plant, shall we? She was having a date in some poor old man's front yard. And she has the nerve to call us a pest. It's not our fault her boyfriend left. Chestnut's very, very divisive, isn't it? It's one of those Pokemon people either seem to love or hate. It seems to be the majority hate it. But then Quilladin has a smug old face, doesn't he? Thank you for the Battle 3 drill. Let's now take a cheeky little heal for PP purposes. We can take on the final 3 gyms. We're going to start off with Brock. Once again, Camper Jerry is going to be standing in for Camper Liam here. And we'll take on Brock. People don't seem to like Delphox, which is weird to me. It's not terrible. It is always nice when they bring back rare Pokemon from older games and let you have another try with them. I believe that Kalos is one of the best, if not the best, regions they've ever made. It's not got the linearity problems of a lot of other generations. It's got one of the biggest Pokédexes. You have backtracking that doesn't feel like backtracking. Overall, a very, very cromulent region. Favourite grass starter, Rowlet. Absolutely 100% my little round boy Rowlet. He's so cute. Those of you who've been around the channel know that I have a really, really soft spot for birds. I will say the champion is interesting. Oh, 110 for Blaine, 123.11 overall. One more gym to go. Let's take on Blue, shall we? Starts off with a pair of Ice Beams. Probably going to swap to Surf next. I find Poplio really cute, but Rowlet is just on another level. Rowlet is the best thing about Sun and Moon. It's also why I was very excited to see Legends Arceus had Rowlet as a starter. 124.19 for our final badge. Let's go down to Professor Oak's lab today. Could be in for a surprise. He's opening up Mount Silver. He's going to have a little bitch about our Pokédex completion as well. We'll tell him to sod off. And we will then move on with our lives, never to speak to Oak again. Let's do the heal here at Mount Silver. Oak will just perma-bitch until you complete your Pokédex. Alright, let's get ourselves through Mount Silver. Time to get beaten up by a yellow mouse for a little bit. Alright, let's see how bad this is. I don't think you get anything other than a diploma. One shot on the Pikachu if we're able to outspeed. Out comes the Venusaur next. Critical hit on the Venusaur. Perfect. Here comes Peskeon. Peskeon going straight for a Psychic. Interesting. Snorlax next. Ice Beam, hope for the freeze. We got the freeze. This is some very good luck so far. Just needs to be frozen one more turn and we get through the Snorlax. Here comes Blastoise. Right, okay. Ice Beam maybe for the freeze. Surf's going to hit us kind of hard. But we have a freeze. Right. We have a potential here for a win. Very, very slim because Wing Attack will probably KO us. But let's hope for the best. We Quick Claw. Are we going to range? We don't range. We crit. And we are through red. And that is our first ever zero reset run. The first ever zero reset run. I didn't want to draw attention to it because I didn't want to jinx it, but Vaporeon has managed something that hundreds of other Pokemon have not managed to do. Zero resets from start to finish. Oh. I need a moment after that. Goodness me. I just want to bask in the glory of having 0 resets on screen. That was a run and a half, wasn't it? Oh. It has happened at long last. We've got very, very close on a couple of occasions. We've had 1 reset runs, we've had 2 reset runs. This is our first ever 0 reset run. I will have to do something special on the leaderboard for it. Not sure what yet. And I had my OBS replay buffer so I can save that moment for posterity. Right, is that leaderboard generated up? It has, in fact, generated up. Let's take a look at the streams, first of all. And a thoroughly deserved 9th place on the streaming leaderboard for Vaporeon. Just 3 seconds slower than Mewtwo there. And one of our quickest native Gen 2 Pokemon ever. Very, very, very proud of Vaporeon there. Let's see where we end up on the full leaderboard, shall we? We are in 20th place on the full leaderboard. Just behind Farfetch'd, just ahead of Granbull. That is a very, very, very good run. Flamigo, by the way, has the potential to be a 0 reset run as well. We've just got terrible luck at the Reds, as does Scyther. Those two have the potential. Wasn't expecting it with Vaporeon, especially starting as an Eevee, but that just shows the power of a little bit of RNG luck and a good set of moves. But with that, we're going to get through the end credits. We're going to return Kenya. And then we'll be done for the day. We've been live for nearly 3.5 hours. I had until about 5:30 today to do the stream, and we have timed it almost to perfection. Exactly, freeze luck especially, and I was umming and ahhing, you know, about getting Ice Beam, and I'm very glad I did. But we will now say thank you to Kenya. You've been a great help over the last 3.5 hours. But you've got to go home. Thank you so much, Kenya, for all of your help today. It has been a real blast. We'll head back to the Pokemon Center. We'll save in front of Nurse Joy, as we always do. And then we shall wrap up. And what a stream that was. That was one of my all-time favourite set of runs. There are some people I also do want to thank. I want to thank Sora Donald Goofy for the $4 in Super Chats. Kanbei for the $5 Super Chat. For the £5 Super Chat, I beg your pardon. Starstruck, when you're watching on the VOD, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. YY90716, thank you so much for joining a Pokeball tier as well. And Tom Fanto, thank you so much for being a member for 5 whole months. This has been an absolute blast. I am back, same time, same place, 2 PM tomorrow for the Hypno Redo. If we have some time left over, I'll have a little fiddle with the randomizer as well. Have a lovely rest of your Monday. If you can see the eclipse, please do be careful, but have fun looking at it. And have a wonderful rest of your evening. Wrong screen. Let's go to the end board.